see it, man. We have, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest rap beef ever in history.
Yeah, I've never seen so many songs in the last like 2 weeks.
Yeah, we just witnessed, to me, the greatest rap beef in history. And as of right now, it's so great that we don't even know if it's over yet.
Yeah, we don't. There was no ending to it.
Yeah, like there's no clear-cut answer or ending yet. But we're gonna go ahead. We decided we're gonna rank each song, go down through the timeline of everything that happened, and rank each song and its impact throughout the beef. Pick a winner, why, so on and so forth. Also have a theory in myself of how everything happened and went down behind the scenes, and addressing you Kendrick folk, because I feel like at some point it got very, 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 very one-sided, and it kind of ruined the fun of the rap beef because people were obviously starting to pick a side. But we'll get to that later. We're going to start off, first of all, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. This is our first time, I believe, doing something like this. No, we did this with Drake's albums. Yes, we did something like this with Drake's album. So if you want to check that out, go and check that out. If you guys want more of these type of videos where we rank possibly songs on an album or anything like that, go and smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, let us know. Yeah. And we're going to go ahead and jump straight to it. Now, like I said, we witnessed the greatest, at least one of the greatest rap battles in history. I mean, it's to the point where some of these songs aren't even on streaming services, and you have to go look them up on YouTube and or Google and go find them. And so it's like when we get older and we tell our kids, like, yeah, like, once this is an anniversary every year, and we tell our kids, like, yeah, we was there for it. Like, they was dropping back to back to back. And they go on Apple Music or Spotify to go listen to some of the songs. Some of the songs ain't there. Like, that's how good this was. Drake facing basically some of the biggest names in the industry, as big as Kendrick and Kanye at the same time. Kendrick doing a surprise drop on Metro and Future's album, just a random surprise drop, dissing Drake and Cole, shook the whole world up. Like,
why did you do that?
Shook the whole world up, man. Like I said, I have a theory for everything. J. Cole originally being in it, but dropping out, potentially for foreseeing how everything was going to happen. And overall, just being able to enjoy the whole experience and enjoy the fact that we got, 9 songs out of this from top 3 of our generation. Incredible times. We'll go ahead and start with the first song that started this whole mess. Like that. Where do I rank Like That? So, as far as its impact and everything, the fact that it charted for weeks, number 1, I gotta put that in S tier.
Really?
I gotta put that in S tier just cause when we come back and look at this whole thing, this is the song that started everything. This is the bomb that shook the world up. This is the one where Kendrick was literally MIA for 2 years and came back and just was like, F the big 3, called out Drake, calling him a phony, all this and that, dared him, and it proceeded to give us the greatest rap beef ever. And like I said, it's not like it's a butt song or anything. It's actually a very good song.
It's not a butt song. I was more focused
on. Go ahead, do you?
What Kendrick,
Yeah.
Kendrick was talking. I'm not saying Future or Metro was irrelevant, but due to what Kendrick just popped up and started, talking about.
Yeah.
I'll put him at B.
I respect that.
I'll keep my B. It's not my go-to song to listen to. Mm-hmm. But, Kendrick says a couple pieces. He didn't go crazy. He just gave a little sneak. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it's top tier 5-10 years from now, because that's the start of the mess.
Yeah.
But, for now, I'm going to keep it that way.
I see your point of view. I definitely see your point of view. Okay, so after Like That, push-ups happened. Drake was on tour as Like That dropped, by the way. Drake was on tour. So he took him about 3 weeks.
I ain't going to hold you. Push-ups was alright.
Push-ups was
It was
alright.
like
I got push-ups A. The reason I have push-ups at an A is because I'm looking at everything. Drake was on tour when he got dissed.
Mm-hmm.
He got dissed by.
Okay, yeah, you're looking to the whole.
He got dissed by Kendrick, Future. It was Metro's album, so ultimately Metro orchestrated the whole thing. Rick Ross, The Weeknd, who else? A$AP Rocky. Kanye ends up jumping in. Kanye jumped in a little bit after he dropped Push-Ups, but still, like, all these people, objectively, some of the biggest names in music came at him. And in a matter of, while he's on tour, once he got off tour, that same Friday, this got leaked. Push-Ups got leaked that same Friday, and then Drake ultimately dropped it.
So what you saying?
So in the amount of time that he had to write at 7 different, at the time it was like 3 or 4 different niggas or whatever, and put facts all on the table. Uh-huh. I gave you niggas your number one. Rick Ross, you're a cop. Kendrick, you have to give me 50% every time you drop. Adding the bars and the layers on top of everything, yeah, I'm gonna give it an A. And its delivery with the time he had to work with, I'm gonna give Drake an A on Push-Ups.
So when he describes his theories and his situations, he gets really deep into it. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just going basic. Where are you at? Right here. I'm gonna put it where like that's at.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm gonna be real. I don't think there's any songs that's a C under. I feel like everything's gonna be being up.
Okay.
If that's how you feel.
I'm not gonna lie. I do have something below B.
Below B?
Yeah.
Okay. I just assumed. I thought he was gonna keep beating up. Okay, I have a C too.
Oh no, I mean I'm not.
I have a C too, but I don't know.
Rank it how. If you have a D, rank a D. You feel
That's
me?
crazy.
Do what you
like
want.
I said. All right, fine. I lied. Y'all be real. I ain't want to feel like the hater. Put him a C.
All right.
I didn't, he's really like going in depth with it, but I ain't thinking about it like that. So I'll put my B. Nah, like I said, Pushes was cool, but it wasn't like you was talking about 20 dudes. This is really about Kendrick and Drake. Like, just focus on Kendrick. Because the other ones didn't really matter. Like, no one's trolling them right now.
But as Drake, you feel me? Them all coming at him, that made it even. Yeah, but that made him even bigger.
He's Thanos. He just snapped his fingers and wiped
exactly.
The rest of them off.
Jumped. They all was jumping him.
That was easy work though.
Was it?
Where Rick Ross at?
Exactly.
They're gone.
But nobody's giving him credit for that. See
yeah, no one is. Yeah, nobody is. But
that's how I was looking at it. Like, everybody came at him. Like, once again, when we look at this later in the future, as of right now, everybody's like, nigga, the main event is Kendrick and da-da. But in the future, when we look at this, Drake held his own against 7 niggas at once, and he's still standing.
Now, y'all know me. This takes time. Like, I register lyrics and stuff later on down the line, and it hits me. So, for now, it's a C.
No, yeah,
if it hits me later, then, it's...
I feel like this is going to hit everybody.
Yeah, it will.
Okay. Taylor Made Freestyle.
Taylor Made was short. It was short, simple. He said what he said. It was cool.
Taylor Made Freestyle. Where do I want to rank this?
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, it's the big sigh. That's a big sigh.
It's C or D. I'm going to go C.
Okay.
Hear me out. Taylor, I'm going to go the pros first for Taylor Made. He added the Tupac AI and the Snoop Dogg AI. I give him his. I see where he was coming from with that, because Tupac is basically like one of Kendrick's idols, and Snoop Dogg handed Kendrick the torch for West Coast rappers, for real. So he was talking objectively in the perspective of them, like trying to egg them on, like, come on, drop. But it was really like, there was really no point for this song, because it was really just Drake gloating that Kendrick couldn't drop his diss.
Yeah, that was my reasoning. Like, he know Taylor Swift is popping right now.
Exactly. Taylor.
If Kendrick was to come out, it wasn't gonna get that same feel.
Exactly. Taylor and Kendrick are on the same label, so the label wasn't going to allow Kendrick to overhype Taylor and take anything away from her just over a beef.
Yeah. Nah.
So Drake knew that, and he took that to his advantage, and he made tailor-made freestyle, which was clever. Don't get me wrong, it was very clever, but ultimately it was his downfall because of the AI. It was clever. It was clever in the time being, in the present time, but looking down at it later, it's like using the AI, being the first rapper to use AI in his song. Like it wasn't a good look because typically nobody wants that. We don't want AI to ultimately take over and be an actual thing.
Definitely.
So he gotta take points. The only reason it's not a D, the only reason it's not a D is because he did take advantage of the moment, kind of gloating Kendrick. Yeah. But if it wasn't for that, I would put it at a D.
Yeah, I give it a C as well. I like the C. Like I said, the same reasoning. He was smart, but the whole AI joint, we thought it was real. We thought it was fake. That's what brought it down for me. Yeah. If it was actually like Snoop really talking, that would have been
exactly.
That would have been crazy.
Like it's the fact that Snoop's alive. You could have if you could have actually got Snoop somehow on that, then that would have been that would have raised it. But being that it was AI, it was kind of forced. Seeing the purpose of it, but it was kind of forced.
We getting down to the nitty-gritty.
Okay.
We getting down to the
After that, Kendrick drops Euphoria.
I don't like that. You got too quiet. Oh. Ooh. Okay.
Euphoria is an A.
Okay.
Euphoria, to me, had the most layers out of all the songs. Even out of the songs that's left. Euphoria required multiple listens to fully understand everything Kendrick was saying. He was even hinting towards future outcomes of the battle, which I think to me proves he was he kind of set this whole play up.
Oh yeah.
The only thing that doesn't make it an S is that it was kind of a rinse and repeat of a lot of stuff Rick Ross was saying and like stuff that was on Twitter and all that. Like there was no really like new like nigga blah blah blah. He got to that later, but there was nothing really exciting about it as far as new information about Drake. But the layers that he put into it and the delivery, the disrespect with the use of the Canadian accent, multiple accents, beat switch, all that, hands down, this one was the most. This one proved who's the better rapper lyrically to me out of the two.
So are you saying lyrically he was the best?
Kendrick, yes. I always thought Kendrick was the better rapper than Drake, but I'm not one to be like LeBron can't beat the 2017 Warriors.
Got you.
Just cause they look better, just cause it looked better on paper, don't mean Drake's not capable of pulling out a win. That was my thing. But I'll full on admit, I think Kendrick is the better lyrically rapper.
Yep, y'all heard the explanation. I'm just going to put that right there.
Okay, hey, yeah.
I like that song, actually. I'm not going to lie.
I do, too.
He was flowing.
Yeah.
I probably played it 3 times on the way here just to actually hear what he was talking about and watching the lyrics. I ain't going to lie, y'all. Don't text and drive. I almost read.
Yeah, don't do that.
I know. I was in the tunnel. I said, "Wow,
wow!" Kendrick almost said, he almost slid on you and Drake."
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. Now 616 in LA.
Yeah. Ooh, that's bad.
Hear me out.
Wow. Okay.
I give this a C because the song really didn't do much except warn him that he has information that could, end him. It gave the same vibe as Taylor-Made Freestyle to me. That was 616 in LA and Taylor-Made Freestyle were one and the same to me. It was nothing but a warning and kind of egging each other on to drop because they both knew what they were waiting for. So not that it wasn't a good song or anything, but it just didn't, to me, it didn't serve a big purpose in this diss. in this diss battle. Same as tailor-made freestyle for me.
Okay. I'm going to put, where's it at?
Right there, the glove.
Put it up here. I like the flow. It's hard to rap to that flow to diss somebody in this time era.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It gives old school 90s. Like,
yeah.
So that's basically my reasoning how he slid. Even though it wasn't nothing crazy, I like the tempo and I have an old soul, so it caught me off rip. You know what I mean?
Okay. Ooh, Drake got all C's for you? Yeah. Ooh wee. All right. Hopefully he fought back for you. Yeah. Next after that, for me, was the nuke of this whole battle. Family Matters.
I like Family Matters.
Family Matters.
I like Family Matters.
I mean, from the fact of it being named Family Matters itself was a double entendre, which Euphoria. Let's go back to Euphoria real quick and give Euphoria his credit. Euphoria was a bunch of entendres in itself because he was implying Drake likes younger girls. Drake is I think, producer or director of one of Euphoria's directors, the show, which is based around sexualizing younger girls in high school and all that. So that was insane. But I like how he bit back with Family Matters because he was saying Family Matters as in you have family matters to worry about, but also family matters as in, the show and all that, and family ultimately matters. He addressed Kendrick and allegedly abusing his wife and allegedly saying the kid's not his, and not only that, but doubling down on a name of who the kids might actually be. Yeah. He then furthermore addresses A$AP Rocky, The Weeknd again, and everybody else because they ended up dissing him on the second album. Right. And The Weeknd says Drake has a mole in his camp on the album and everything. And then he furthermore doubles down at the end of the song and proceeds to let Kendrick know, proceeds to hint towards Kendrick, which I depict in the video that is a mole. And he's basically saying, you digging for dirt should be digging for proof, and just taking any information he can find about Drake and kind of putting it into a rap. Which to me also makes this an S, because in Euphoria, Kendrick contradicts himself. Okay. And he says, what I look like, he said something along the lines of what I look like calling trying to dig up dirt. I got a son to raise. You don't know nothing about that. But then later on, he tells information that he obviously had to make calls and find out. So that's why Family Matters is such up there higher. And that also is why Euphoria is not an S for me, because he contradicts himself in Euphoria too. Yeah, true. Family Matters was the full-blown nuke to me. When everything's said and done and we look back at it, I think Family Matters is going to be the one like, damn, this nigga addressed everybody. He addressed Kendrick beating his wife. He addressed A$AP Rocky and Rihanna. He addressed The Weeknd possibly being gay because his music gets played in gay bars and he buys all his niggas gifts. He addressed how he didn't really want to fall out with Future. He addresses Metro again. Like, he just went crazy. He went absolutely insane. And I don't think any rapper in the history of rappers had to go at a whole freaking team of rappers besides Ice Cube. And we know how that went. So, yeah, Family Matters.
Yo, his explanation is pretty good.
It
makes you think, it makes you think a lot. But I like A for Family Matters.
Okay.
The transitioning was great. Drake speaks facts. I haven't really heard him speak false or heard false information over the past years. So the fact that he speaks facts and you can look it up and figure it out, right? It makes sense, right? That's my thing too. So I wouldn't say super. What would you call it? Super?
Sure.
I won't call it, because I looked up as super, all right, basic, cool, or dislike. But nah, that's just my top. I like A. I have to really have a super banger for it to be up there, and I think you know which one that's.
That's messed up. That's cool though. Okay. After Meet the Grams. Not Meet the Grams. After Family Matters is Meet the Grams.
That scares me, bro.
Okay,
Like,
I don't know where I want to rank Meet the Grams is not an S.
Hearing that at nighttime is scary.
I'm gonna give Meet the Grams a B.
I know why. Well, I'm not mad at that. I know why.
I'm gonna ultimately give it a B. I'm not gonna lie. I really want to give it a D.
Is it because he lied?
It's because he lied, and it's because ultimately, based on my theory and what I think in my head, ultimately, Kendrick knew he got played.
Oh.
And that's why he dropped Not Like Us afterwards. Because look at it this way. And I'll get this. I'm not finished explaining this because I have a whole theory. But look at it this way. Meet the Grams was used, to me, to kind of block off the fact that everything what Drake was saying in his song. So he dropped Meet the Grams so nobody would pay attention to the fact that Kendrick abuses his wife and his kid might not be his. Instead, they'll look at the fact that he made a scary song to his immediate family and to his daughter that may or may not exist. And so now everybody's focusing on that. So now that's the point. If you completely obliterated your opponent, right? You just hit him with the knockout. What are you kicking a dead corpse for? When dropping Not Like That. Not Like Us. So when he dropped Not Like Us, he dropped it the same day. And what was weird to me was he didn't even let Meet the Grams. Meet the Grams was doing better than Family Matters.
He didn't let it process.
He didn't let it process by itself for the whole day. Instead, he dropped Not Like Us. He could have dropped Not Like Us the next day or something. But I feel like he dropped it so soon because he watched Drake's video. Because this is something that Kanye said.
It made him mad. Pissed him off.
Let me see. Kanye said Drake will say stuff in his songs and do stuff in his video that only you will know about. So my theory is Kendrick watched the video and he dissected the lyrics and he realized he was fed false information about Drake having a daughter. So he hurry up and finished the Not Like Us record and hurry up and drop that. So that overpowered everything. Now nobody cares about Family Matters or Meet the Grams.
So he dropped two doubles.
And if you realize
why didn't that's big.
If you realize why didn't he ever mention the daughter and Not Like Us?
Exactly.
So I was gonna put it at a D, I'm not gonna lie. But when I really think about it and you break down the lyrics, and he still did have a very disrespectful message to his daughter and all that. No, I'll give it a C. I'll give it a C. Because ultimately, I think it's going to age. If Drake doesn't end up having a daughter, and because if you remember in Meet the Grams, he also implies that Drake's a sex trafficker. He implies that Drake's a sex trafficker, and he implies that Drake has a daughter. Unless Drake ends up being a sex trafficker, and unless Drake ends up having a daughter, Meet the Grams is going to age like old milk. It's not going to be credible. As of right now, yes. But in the future, we're gonna look at it, and if Drake was never a sex trafficker, and if Drake was never had an 11-year-old daughter, nobody's ever gonna care for Meet the Grams.
I love your theories, bro. I really do. I like your theories. It just scares me. Like hearing that song at nighttime, I'm gonna have a bad dream. Like
no, it's definitely a scary song.
But I just don't. If he was actually factual, it would have been top tier. Because he shut the whole joint down. He wouldn't even have the post Not Like Us. Not Like Us. If he didn't have, you know what I mean? So
right.
He didn't really talk to your ground for real.
So Not Like Us, the record after Meet the Grams, which to me was really supposed to be a distraction.
It's a decoy.
I'm not even sure if it was supposed to be the hit that it was, which it probably always was meant to be that, but it definitely to me was a distraction. But it was ultimately fire and probably the most fun song that came out of this.
I have it, leather. Almost when you have it on. That's what I think it is. Go ahead, bro. See if I can read your mind. Nope, I lost.
What'd you put?
A.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. Right. No. He murdered him with that. It was fun. It's catchy.
Mm-hmm.
He said a lot in that song that still dissed Drake and like he still had some heavy hitters and some heavy bars. Like you can listen to the song as a diss song, and you can listen to the song as a fun song.
Would you say all these songs had different disses for each one, or were there some similar ones?
There was some. It was some rinse and repeat.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely some rinse and repeat.
So the last two songs that Ken dropped, K. Dot, was there anything similar to the last two?
I mean, besides the pedophile stuff, yeah. I mean, no. Besides the pedophile stuff, not really. Like him being a pedophile and all that. That was similar. But other than that, he said he did address a lot, calling him a colonizer, saying he lies to his fans and stuff like that. Like still addressing a lot of different things.
You think that's true?
Like
You think he a colonizer?
I don't think he's a colonizer. I think Drake's just popular. He appeals to a lot of people and always has.
You was getting jiggy with that song. I ain't gonna hold you.
Man, that song's a bop. I will never deny. I will never deny a hit. Never deny a hit. Do you have an S?
Yeah.
Which one's your S?
Don't worry about it.
Ooh, B.
Yeah, I give it a B.
Why B?
Wow,
I didn't see that coming.
I wouldn't. I mean, it's a club song, but me, I wouldn't really. It's cool. Like hearing it was cool. Him talking crazy was just definitely unreal. But it's not Kendrick's. He's not a club dude.
I feel that.
Like, I understand what you was trying to prove. You can make any music you want, but making like ongoing club bangers, I don't think that will be like this is clever.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll ever do a club banger again. This is probably gonna hit for a while.
So that's why you got it at B?
Yeah, that's why I gave it a B. And like I said, he was definitely snapping. He was spazzing. Just it's not a bad song. But as y'all see in the last video, he was getting jiggy more than me. I was just bobbing my head.
Yeah, no, he was definitely talking that talk, and it was definitely a beat to remember.
But y'all know I'm a Drake fan, but I'm not biased though.
Oh yeah, I'm never biased.
I respect everything, you know. But
yeah.
When you can relate, I don't know. You'll see. Next one, go ahead. You gonna put that down low? All right, no, you are.
I don't know. There's.
You ain't listening, man.
Great, you ain't listening. It's crazy.
You ain't listening.
It's crazy. Oh my goodness. Okay.
You want me to go first, or you can explain it for the
You
last
go
one?
first. You go first.
Look, I heard this at least 4 times already.
Dang! Really?
I'm not mad at it.
Really? Wow.
He made Kendrick feel like, oh, you did all this for nothing. Like, your lies did nothing for me. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm expressing that. And I'm going to make you feel depressed. You're giving me all this false advertising when nothing's going on. Check your records. I'm never on there. I'm on nothing. You can't find me.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Drake, he's factual. He proved his point.
That I will say, Drake
He proved his point.
A lot of this stuff Drake has been saying in this rap beef, you can look it up or you can find it somewhere, whatever. A lot of the stuff that Kendrick portrayed and said was already either known stuff, or he made it up. Like, you can't go look up and find out that Drake is a sex trafficker.
No.
You can't go look. I mean, you can look. We already knew about his abs, the liposuction. We already knew about he's light skinned. Like, we already knew all that.
Oh God, I'm scared.
So I'm gonna give my analysis on this song first.
There we go. Go ahead, because I'm about to use lyrics here.
So I wrote down here. Drake announces he fed Kendrick false info about a girl, about an 11-year-old daughter.
Yeah, and then he sets him up to make him really believe that he had a daughter.
And this is why Family Matters is an S to me.
I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean?
But family, the Heart Part 6. He disses Kendrick some more, which he did. He did add some little 1-2 punches in there. He doubles down on him, the fact that he possibly beats his wife, and the fact that the kid is not his. He tells him he has to address the rumors. My problem with the song is that he basically forfeits. He sounds like he's defeated.
You see, you took it too far, bro. Like, we didn't have to go down to this. Like, you're spreading lies. There's probably small truth in there that no one's talking about because he's talking about something bigger, which is not even relevant. But all right, bro, now you're doing too much. So I'm going to go sad on you. And I'm going to still make this a bop, and I'm going to leave out.
I see what you said.
He says it right here. You waited for this moment, overcome with the desperation. We plotted for a week, and then we fed you the information.
Yeah.
You dig too deep in the information to find nothing.
Yeah. No. I'm with you on that. I just didn't like him backing out. My issue with the Heart Part 6 is that this wasn't planned. He wasn't ready. This was never planned. Family Matters was planned. Push-Ups was planned. Tailor-Made Freestyle was planned. This was bro, shut up. I got you. Leave me alone. That's what it gave off for me. I got you. I fooled you.
Man,
now can you leave me alone?
Something else, man.
And because he ended the song like that, I'm gonna give it a B.
Okay, I'm not mad. I'm cool with a B. As long as you ain't go down to a C or D, you don't have a problem.
I'm gonna give it a B because ultimately, if it comes out that Kendrick is an abuser, and if it comes out somehow that the kid is not his, and if it comes and nothing happens as far as like Drake being a possible sex trafficker or him having an 11-year-old daughter, we will listen to the Heart Part 6 before we ever listen to Meet the Grams again.
Definitely.
But like I said, I don't like how he kind of at the end of the song he kind of basically hung it up. Like he was like, I'm not going. If he would have left some mystery at the end of the song, then I probably would have gave it an A.
Because he's trying to lead it on. He's a grown man.
I get him. I understand why
he's making Kendrick like a little kid. Kendrick just keeps throwing out there. Don't give it. Drake's like, bro.
I'm with you, bro. It's all part of my theory. I'm with you. Just hear my theory after. Yeah. Trust me, I got you. I got you. But I'm also fair and unbiased. And because of that, I do have to give him a B on that. But I think he could have played it out differently. You feel me? Like, you know how you know how is his name Doctor Strange? Doctor Strange knew all the outcomes. And there was a million outcomes with Thanos, and there was only one way to win. This was not the way to win. This isn't the route he should have went to win.
It's not over. Kendrick's gonna drop something else, and it's gonna prove that Kendrick's gonna keep going no matter what, and he don't know when to give up and stop because he's a sore loser. Sorry.
Oh my God. Sorry. You're gonna like my theory. I'm glad you got.
Okay.
All right. So we have ranked everything. Oh, real quick.
I know what you're talking about. Which one? Are you talking about the lyrically and stuff?
No, I was gonna real quick. Just as a bonus round. Rank 7-minute drill because this did play a small part, and people are gonna remember this part of the beef because J. Cole was the real one everyone was waiting on. Mm-hmm. No one was too like. People were excited for the Drake and Kendrick, but people had already kind of been like, Drake can't keep up with Kendrick.
Mm-hmm. I can imagine that.
Yeah. Lyrically, and the fact that he didn't. It's the fact that what makes this an A for me is that J. Cole kept it about bars and he kept it cute. He didn't be like, nigga, you beat your wife, the kid's not yours.
Like that.
Exactly.
And I think Cole put in his ear, hey Drake, I understand what y'all got going on, but come on, man, let that die down. I ain't gonna keep doing this. Like you my dog. Like stop dragging it.
Probably, yeah.
Chris. Drake, and the way he was supposed to.
So
I mean, and if Kendrick comes back, that just shows. No, I want some more from you, Drake. Let's keep doing this, bro. Let's keep going. Drake's cool. He's a man.
All right.
Man.
Yeah, no, I'm with. So this is the part of the video everybody was waiting on. Because I'm about to get positive now. I'm about to put some energy in this now.
Come on, man.
So I'm gonna start with my theory. And I'm gonna address all the Drake hate that's currently happening in the world right now. And I'm just gonna lay everything out on the table. And I'm gonna drop the mic.
And the world is crazy.
So my theory My theory for this whole thing is Kendrick had this planned out from the start. And from the start, I mean the fact that he was literally MIA for 2 years. There was already a theory that Kendrick was working on a diss for Drake for the last 4 years. If you think Kendrick just randomly woke up one day and got a call from Metro and Future and was like, "Bro, can you hop on the new album?" No, that's not what happened. I guarantee you that's not what happened. Kendrick had this planned out. He's seen an opportunity.
You had to. There's so much time and effort to put in 9 songs between the two.
Exactly. He's seen the opportunity, and he probably already had stuff in the vault, certain disses, not fully finished, but he probably already had beats ready. He probably already had certain lyrics ready, the way he wanted to angle everything and come at Drake and all that. He disses Drake and Cole on like that. Cool. While Drake is on tour, he was strategic with it. I give it to Kendrick. He was strategic. The whole way through this whole thing, he played it to a T.
He did.
Drake takes a while to respond, which people held against him, of course.
Yeah, of course.
He finally responds with push-ups, in which he implies he knows more about Kendrick and holds his... I feel like he held his own pretty well against Kendrick, a juggernaut like Kendrick, and 5 other niggas. He holds his own pretty good. Now, Metro had the second album drop, right? So, follow me, okay? Metro had the second album drop. Now, more people... The Weeknd, this is Drake now. A$AP Rocky, this is Drake now.
Drake's everywhere.
Kanye hops on a trash ass like that remix. Has the audacity to say... What'd he say? "I got you, Dot. You ready?" And said nothing. And everybody hyped it up. Go to our Kanye Like That remix reaction and look at the comments. Mm-hmm. And now that this whole thing is over, we can admit that Kanye's verse was butt and that you niggas was just hating on Drake. Mm-hmm. So let's start there. Mm-hmm. Now multiple artists, including Kendrick, are attacking Drake. But everybody's only focusing on Drake versus Kendrick. So when Drake is responding to all these other artists, we're taking it away from him.
Yes.
Because nobody's caring about A$AP Rocky. The Weeknd don't even rap. Metro, Future. But yet they trend and the album goes #1 because they are dissing him. So why wouldn't he address it? These niggas are only getting numbers because they're dissing. Yeah. Boom. So Drake drops Tailor Made. And in the middle of this is where my theory starts coming into play. So he drops Tailor Made. In the middle of Tailor Made, if you remember, in The Heart Part 6, he says he spent a week giving Kendrick false information. Mm-hmm. I think after Push-Ups dropped, that's where he spent his week. Okay. Feeding Kendrick false information. Because when he dropped Push-Ups, Metro's second album had just came out, I think, the Friday before, or something around, or somewhere around there. Mm-hmm. So he knew that there was a leak in his OVO joint because of The Weeknd. The Weeknd says that on the second album. So now Drake uses that to his advantage to be like, okay, we're gonna ship this nigga Kendrick some false information and make him tell lies in his diss. Boom. Follow me. So Drake dropped Tailor Made to further taunt Kendrick into dropping something because he knows he's feeding Kendrick false information. So the more he taunts Kendrick, the more Kendrick will just take that false information in a hurry and hurry up and try and drop and keep up with him. Mm-hmm. So cool. So now, Kendrick drops Euphoria. And in the song, he mentions, "Why would I call around, find dirt on niggas? Y'all think my life is rap? That's hoe stuff. I got a son to raise, but I can see you don't know nothing about that." Keep that in mind, right? Hey. So he drops Euphoria, then he drops 616 in LA. Yeah. Now if you realize 616 in LA has the glove that's in Meet the Grams. Yes. So Kendrick is already, with this picture, 616 in LA, we already know Kendrick has been fed the false information at some point in time. Right. So because we already know that, we're to assume it came around Push-Ups and or Tailor Made. Mm-hmm. Drake drops Family Matters. addresses everyone and everything. In the video, you can tell at the end he's talking to a mole. I feel like that's my theory. That's my theory. He's talking to a mole at the end, which Kendrick mentioned Drake not raising his son. So Drake brings up Kendrick's family matters in return. Because Drake was saying on push-ups, nigga, I know more about you. You don't want to go there. Mm-hmm. And Drake already had this plan because at the end of push-ups, what did he do? He started playing the next song, drop, drop, drop. He's implying he wants him to drop because he's already got this in motion.
Right.
So, boom. So, he now brings up Kendrick's deep secrets. I believe Drake would have shook everything up with this if it had the time to sit. If it had the time to sit and everybody had the time to depict the lyrics and watch the video and all that, I believe Family Matters would have had more impact.
Kendrick dropped it so quick.
That's why Kendrick dropped Meet the Grams.
No one can hear Family Matters.
Boom. So, however, Kendrick drops Meet the Grams no more than an hour later. Kendrick watches Family Matters video and he listens to Family Matters and he realizes, damn, this nigga got the drop on me. Now, everything that Drake said in Family Matters, you can go look it up. Kendrick does not live with his wife anymore. His fiance, of 2015, that he is not married yet. Dave Free comments on Kendrick's fiance's pictures. Kendrick's fiance does not follow Kendrick, but she follows Dave Free. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, all this stuff could mean nothing. But it's the fact that it's there, and it's the fact that it looks a little suspicious. Now, everything that Kendrick said, there's no current facts. Mm-hmm. So, let's continue. I believe, if it had the time to say, Drake drops Meet the Grams. It overpowers and overshadows Drake's song. He then watches Drake's video and dissects the lyrics and realizes he's been fed false info. So he scrambles to drop a second diss on top of Meet the Grams. What sense does that make?
Who's Dave Free? Who is that?
Dave Free is, I think, Kendrick's friend. A friend of Kendrick or something like that.
Okay.
So, dropping Meet the Grams and then dropping Not Like Us will be like Pusha T dropping Story of a Daughter and then dropping something on top of that.
Yeah.
Meet the Grams was the kill shot. There's a reason Kendrick dropped Not Like Us soon after. Throughout this whole beef, the whole thing with Kendrick's agenda was pushing Drake being a pedophile, right?
Yeah.
The whole reason A$AP, Future, Kanye, The Weeknd, Metro, these niggas don't like, there's two reasons these niggas don't like Drake now. Number one is because he's on top. He's been on top forever. That's what Kanye said in the interview. You can look it up. Kanye said, we're tired of this nigga being on top, so we all linked up, blah, blah, blah. Look it up. Number two, Drake has been messing with all their women. So this is ready? This is how I'm about to mess him up. If Drake's a pedophile, and all these niggas is mad because he's taking their woman, what does that make them? What does that make them? No, because if we're gonna look at Diddy, and everybody looking at Diddy, and you're putting his sons in the same group as him. You're putting everybody that's super close with Diddy in the same group as him. So if we're gonna keep the same energy, Future's a pedophile, The Weeknd's a pedophile, A$AP Rocky's a pedophile. All these niggas is pedophiles. If we're gonna keep the same energy, send them in. If we're gonna keep the same energy that Drake's a pedophile, but yet all these niggas is mad at Drake because he's taking their woman, somebody piece the puzzle together. I don't get it. Oh yeah, we're not finished. We're not finished, bro. We're not finished.
Okay.
There's no daughter been found.
Yeah.
Everything now. Let's talk about the whole Drake pedophilia thing, okay? Everybody's on Twitter. They're pulling up this old video of Drake when he was 23 on stage with a 17-year-old. He calls her thick. He kisses her on the forehead, asks her why she looks like that. Is it weird? Yes. Is it a little weird? Okay. Yes, it is. But you niggas already knew that. Smooth, it was already talked about back in 2015, 2016, 2017, whenever it was. So why is Drake the most streamed rapper of all time and the most streamed rapper of every single month if all you niggas thought he was a pedophile the whole time? What sense does that make, Smooth? How is Drake a pedophile and everybody's always hated him if he's the most streamed rapper of all time? You niggas are pulling up old receipts from 2015 and trying to create victims. All these women that they're pulling up have already came out and said there's nothing happened.
That's because that's the usual. That's what everyone.
They're hating.
That's what everybody does.
It's the same stuff. It's the same stuff when Drake drops an album, bro. When Drake drops an album, what do they say? It's butt. But then months and months later, everybody's singing his whole album word for word.
Word for word, yeah.
It's going to be the same situation with this. Everybody just chose to hop on the hate train for Drake. Because if we're going to look at it, I'm gonna keep blowing the minds, bro.
Keep it.
Drake is saying Kendrick abused his wife, kid's not his. Okay? Nobody's telling Kendrick he has to address anything. Kendrick says Drake is a pedophile and he has a daughter, and everybody's telling Drake he has to pull out the proof.
Is it because they didn't know that already?
It's because they're picking sides.
I understand.
Because if Kendrick was Chris Brown, see, Chris Brown's reputation is forever messed up over the Rihanna situation. Yeah. But Kendrick don't got to address beating his wife.
Right. Yeah.
It's all favoritism and just picking a side. Niggas is just hopping on a hate train because if we're going to sing the same tune, Kendrick should be under a freaking prison right now because y'all holding Chris Brown to this standard for something he did as a 16-year-old kid. But Kendrick as a full-blown adult don't got to address beating his wife? But Drake has to address being a potential pedophile? When there's literally, you can look it up, there's literally an article about how Drake had his people take down an article about him abusing a woman. Find me the sex trafficking stuff with Drake. Find it.
He should be a journalist, y'all.
Find it.
Cause he really did this.
Oh yeah.
His PowerPoint
bro.
on here, his presentation,
yeah.
his
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, bro. I'm. This ain't even me being a Glazer or a Drake fan. This is just about me being fair. I feel like this whole thing got ruined because everybody picked a side, bro. Everybody already in their head chose Kendrick as the winner. They chose Kendrick as the winner, not because Kendrick was better lyrically, which he was, but because Drake has always had this hate train whenever he drops an album. But then everybody, yet at the same time, he's the most streamed rapper of the world. I don't get it. So I want everybody to come back to this video months and months later from now.
After the situation's
done and over with, and everybody says, because if no daughter pops up, and if Drake is never proved to be a trafficker, Drake ultimately wins this battle in the future.
He wins.
Now, no. He doesn't stand a chance. He never did. Oh. Did we pick winners? Did we say winners?
We didn't pick winners. I already know what your winner is. You just gave the whole rundown.
No, my winner is Kendrick.
Really?
My winner's Kendrick ultimately for lyrically.
Okay. Yeah.
Lyrically, and because I feel like Drake forfeited. Drake didn't have to forfeit. He could have dropped that song, said what he said, and let it keep going for real. And he could have held up high, like J. Cole, take it on the chin. I think saying nothing. I think not forfeiting would have been a lot more than what he said, and then forfeiting on top of it. Because usually we'll end the battle. You feel me? Like the battle will end itself, and we'll be like, all right, battle's over. Drake was like, I'm done.
I'm going Drake because Drake does not have to prove his point to anybody. He doesn't. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Y'all will understand. Give it a week.
No, you gotta give it at least 3 months.
It's cool, but y'all will understand why I chose Drake. It will make sense later on. Just trust.
It will. Family Matters.
God's plan.
Family Matters was the best song that came out of this, to me.
Most disrespectful, Kendrick.
Most disrespectful was Not Like Us.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
and lyrically, the best song was Euphoria. But the best song overall, I feel like, was Family Matters. I feel like we're gonna look at that like the Ice Cube joint when he addressed everybody. Like that's gonna go down crazy. But all right, y'all, that's it for our ranking. We hope you guys enjoyed. If you watched with us, we appreciate you. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching.
Till next time.
Till next video.
It's your boys, ZMOOVEY. We out.